former White House physician, retired United States Navy Rear Admiral, congressman from my state of Texas, Republican, and author of the upcoming book, Holding the Line, that is now available for pre-order on Amazon. Ronny Jackson is here. Congressman, good to see you.
Hey, Grant, great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I think there's a lot of people out there that don't know there's this second committee that is investigating President Trump. Peter Navarro today says, I'm not testifying before you. I asked the question, when does this end, Congressman, or does it ever end?
Well, I don't know, but I'll start by saying, Grant, that Peter Navarro is smarter than everybody on that committee put together. That guy's got a lot of good common sense. He's a smart individual, and he's doing the right thing. This will never end. A lot of people made a serious miscalculation, Grant, after January 6th. They thought that they were going to hang this around President Trump's neck and that he and his Make America Great, Keep America Great agenda were going to be dead and gone. They made a big-time miscalculation. It was pretty obvious about 2 weeks after that. He was still in complete control of the Republican Party, and his movement, the Make America Great movement, was stronger than ever. They will stay after this till the very end. They are absolutely terrified. But if they think that there is any chance whatsoever that President Trump could come back and run again, be president again, or have any real influence over what's going on, that terrifies them. This is really Trump derangement syndrome at its worst. And unfortunately, we've got people like Liz Cheney and Kinzinger and these traitors to the Republican Party, in my mind, that are facilitating this because they have a personal grudge against the president. This is not about finding out what happened with coronavirus, and it's not about about what happened on January 6th. This is about taking down Trump.
Let me ask you this question, because there was a letter that was offered up today to McCarthy, the Republican leader there in the House, to strip Liz Cheney and Kinzinger from the Republican conference. And there were some pretty heavy hitters on this letter that signed it. You had Jim DeMint, this former senator, Edwin Meese, who was the attorney general to Reagan, Matt Schlapp of CPAC, a whole bunch of guys from Club for Growth, and many, many more. What do you think about stripping Kinzinger and Cheney from the Republican conference?
I'd be all for it, to be honest with you. I mean, I've tried to stay out of this, Grant. I really have. I've tried to say I'm not going to talk badly about another Republican. I've tried to hold my tongue, but I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore. They're doing great damage to our country. They're doing damage to our party. And I think that they've gone too far. Kinzinger doesn't have the courage to run again. Cheney's going to get beat soundly when she runs again. So they will ultimately go away. But anything we can do to put them in a box in the meantime, I'm all for it, to be honest with you.
You know, I talked to Peter Navarro this morning. He told me he's actually upset with McCarthy for not filling the seats on Nancy Pelosi's ultra-partisan committee. He said we should have done it. I know she took off guys like Jim Jordan and really stacked the deck, but to put nobody up there and leave you with Cheney and Kinzinger, boy, she's now just going to have, run-of-the-mill against anybody associated with Trump.
Well, I don't think so, Grant. You know what I think? I think that this just shows how partisan this committee is. And it truly is. It's just a witch hunt. It's nothing more than an engineered witch hunt to come after Trump and anybody associated with President Trump. And I think that this just highlights that. I think most people in America right now don't take this committee seriously at all. And I think that it's pretty obvious what they're doing. It's very partisan. It's very politically motivated.
The shame of this, if anybody was ever asked to serve in an administration again, certainly a Republican administration, you'd have to think twice about this. They are out to financially ruin people. They are out to ruin people's good names. They will do anything to destroy reputations through this process. Mark Meadows talked about the vote to hold him in contempt last night. He was on Newsmax. Check this out.
This is not about Mark Meadows. Yeah, tonight's vote on contempt, criminal contempt, will have Mark Meadows' name on it. But this is not about me. It's about our country, and it's about a January 6th commission that has used the power of Congress in a way that should scare every American.
You know, in many respects, Congressman Ronny Jackson, it's also about you, me, everyone who voted for you, everyone who voted for President Trump as well.
You're right. Mark's absolutely right, Grant. And this is about much more than any individual right now. And you said it's going to be hard to get people to run again. It will be. But you know what? There's a growing number of people just like me that are fed up with this. We're worried about the future of our kids and our grandkids. And I do not give a damn what they say about me anymore. And there are a lot of people that are coming out of the woodwork like that will run for office and that will take this country back.
Well, Congressman Ronny Jackson, I always appreciate you coming on the show and talking to me. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well as we move into that season next week. I can't believe it, but keep up the good work.
Thank you, Grant. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, folks.